Hello, hi Chetan sir.
Hi, Dinesh.
Hi. So we will wait for 5 minutes. Other members are joining.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah,
In the meantime, I'll just share my screen.
yeah, sure.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes. Hello, hi Virat sir.
Hello, hello Dinesh.
Hello. Yeah, hi. Yeah. So we will start in 2 minutes.
Yes, no worries.
Yeah, so I think we need to start now.
Can we start?
Yeah. So, Chetan sir, I will start first, then you continue.
Sure.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. So, on behalf of Nirmiti, I am delighted to welcome you all on this session on digital transformation in pharma and medtech. So, before we begin, let me briefly introduce Nirmiti. So, Nirmiti is a health tech focused technology and solution company specialized in healthcare AI solution, healthcare product engineering, and healthcare interoperability. We work closely with healthcare organization as well as pharma medtech firms to design, build scalable, compliant, and future-ready digital solution. At our core, we focus on solving real-world healthcare challenges and data-driven intelligence systems. It's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Chetan Gharat. Uh, so, Dr. Chetan is a clinical doctor with over 17 years of experience across pharma, medical devices, and health tech. He has led medical affairs and marketing team in both established organization and innovative startups. Currently, he serves as a head of medical services, general manager at Lupin Digital Health, bring a unique perspective that bridge clinical reality with digital transformation and business strategies. We are excited to have him with us. Thank you once again for joining, and I would like to invite Dr. Chetan Garat to take this session forward. Yeah, Chetan sir. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Dinesh, thank you so much for my introduction. Before I start, Dinesh, I also wanted to know about the audience type, right? So, who all are among the audience?
The screen,
No, I'm just
it's-
saying that audience is from what background? The mix of healthcare, health tech.
yeah.
How's the
So
audience?
technology, primarily health technology that we have seen. There
Okay,
would be a couple of doctors, but primarily health technology. That is where we have seen the audience coming on this webinars who are
perfect,
kind of
perfect.
inclined towards AI, who want to learn about how it is built, what are the issues on it, that sort of things.
Wonderful, Viras. Thank you, Viras. Thanks so much. Why I asked that? Because I also, built the presentation in such a way where I give you real world perspective of what I have seen in last 17 years, what kind of health tech platforms are available today, over the past 10 years, how they have evolved. So I'll talk about the current available health tech platforms today, which use technology, AI. Once we talk about the available health tech platforms serving doctors, hospitals, payers, and pharma company, I'll talk a little bit about how AI/ML has progressed and how we are using it at Lupin Digital Health, in providing care, and how we have evolved with our team, and how AI has been, uh, instrumental in terms of giving personalized care to our patient. And then I'll talk
Yeah.
about what is the need gap. So what are the solutions? Those are not there today, which I always felt in my day-to-day practice when I visit hospitals, doctors, when I work with large pharma company like Lupin, when I support their team. What are those platforms which can be created, right? So the last three slides would be food for thought for you guys, that these are the real world problems, and if some techie develops a ideal platform to solve that problem, I think he can have a scalable business model out of it, because I keep looking for business models to solve some of the problems that I'm going to talk in the end. So I'll start my
Nice.
presentation with that.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is
Perfect.
what I think the main idea is to identify problem statements from these webinars, to identify how and what can be done, what are the challenges faced in day-to-day practices. So it would be best, Lupin being so old kind of company compared over here, then they have kind of evolved into digital era. So that's why it would be amazing to see the journey as well. So yeah, please,
Perfect.
Tunge. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you. So let's begin, talking about the business models which use technology and AI today for providers, that is doctors, clinics, hospitals. Essentially, you know that, we have around uh, 8,000 cardiologists in the country, 5,000 respiratory specialists, pulmonary medicine specialists, 6,000 psychiatrists, and so on and so forth. So we have, a lakh plus specialist doctors and, a million plus, general practitioners and doctors. And apart from that, we have a lot of healthcare professionals like clinical nutritionists, cardiotherapists, cardiac nurses, and so on and so forth. So we are a country which has got large number of providers, but still, looking at our population of 140 crores, still the balance is not there because of the geography, because of the lack of resources, due to affordability. So technology can always play a pivotal role if we have to give good healthcare to every person, that last mile delivery. So here there are some models which are currently present for providers. We all know that there is a healthcare marketplace model where, Practo kind of a setup aggregates all the doctors on one platform. There are e-pharmacy like NetMeds and PharmEasy and 1mg. They're marketplace for medicines. Then there are marketplaces for diagnostic, referrals, so on and so forth, right? So that's one kind of business model where you are a marketplace and you create aggregated services and then charge subscription to the doctors or the hospitals. Then you also have telemedicine hybrid care models. They got evolved during the COVID time where there were a lot of startups in mental health. Uh, like I was working for one startup called 𝗟𝗶𝗃𝗲𝗃. So we were giving teleconsults for mental health. So like that, there are many startups which give teleconsults and care through hybrid care models. At Lupin Digital Health today, we have a program called Life, which gives hybrid care through a patient application called Life. We provide teleconsults of cardiotherapist, cardiac nurses, and nutritionists through patient application. So this is again one more type of model. Second is software as a service model, where you have a lot of EMR solutions. Their hospital HIS systems. So what they do basically, they collect patient data, they organize it, then there are follow-up reminders. They're also integrated with your other systems like pharmacy, diagnostic. There's nudge provided there, and overall revenue increases. So there are EMR, HIS, and softwares as services which try to structure the business and also try to improve the revenue. Then there are professional networks, like Doximity. In India, there are many Medisage and so on and so forth. Many they aggregate doctors on one platform, and then they provide content. They do product launches, and sometimes they lend their services to pharma to promote their products on that. So. Like that, these are the models for providers which are currently kind of established. A pharma company also uses the same models for their promotion. For example, professional social networking models are used for pharma, as I already said, to promote their products, to create their clinical positioning, to do webinars, to engage the doctors. Then there are data insights monetization models like somebody like IQVIA, right? They have a large data, they have ecosystem which can capture data, structure it, and this data again, it can be fed to AI. Different care pathways can be created through that. You can create real world data. You can do new drug applications by applying intelligence to this data. So that model is also there. Again, pharma utilizes SaaS platform because if say thousands of doctors are using a particular EMR solution, then pharma can always put their branding or run some ads personalized to these doctors so that their brand is more visible. Pharma can also provide subscription of these EMR solutions to their specialty doctors in a barter deal where doctors give more time to their people, or sort of increasing the visibility for the local guys by giving subscription of these EMR solution or this SaaS services, which will actually improve the revenue for the doctor. Then there are outcome value-based care models where a lot of patient support programs where in diabetes, in coronary syndrome, in onco, in respiratory care, along with the medicines for the year-long medication, patient will get a patient support program. So if patient buys medication, on an annual basis for a chronic care indication, patient will get this application free where patient will be shared good content about education and awareness about the disease. Patient will be sent reminders for taking medication. Patient will be shared videos for diet, exercise. So that is another outcome value based model where pharma is trying to leverage this knowledge dissemination or this care versus creating loyalty for their prescriptions or for their products. Payers is also a very important aspect in India. The insurance payer, insurance sector is right now, I am evolving, and in insurance sectors, I've seen business model like there are devices like Fitbit, and Goki also has a device where they are bundled with the insurance program, and the value proposition here is if patient uses this Fitbit or a health band and exercises regularly, uh, he will be rewarded next year by reducing the insurance premium, right? So you are not only improving his health, but also giving him reward by reducing his insurance premium, which is like a monetary gain for the patient. Then you also have data population health platforms. So you have a lot of application which stratify the risk for the patient. We also have a platform, similar platform called 𝗍𝗏𝗏, which identifies the heart age of the corporate employees by taking some parameters. And then if the heart age is more than the actual chronological age, we ask them to do diet, exercise, lifestyle monitoring. And we tell them that you have to improve your heart age. If you'll be fit, if you'll have good diet, if you'll exercise regularly, and if you improve your vitals, you are less likely to get hospital admission, less likely to get morbidity, mortality. Then there are subscription-based care models, wellness platform, where like you have 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗍 and you have Amura of the world, where only diet or a particular thing is focused, and then they lead to weight loss and they try to improve the patient outcome. Then the fourth is outcome value-based care models. I think these are the most crucial ones in our context because life is one of those platforms. So life that we have is not fixated on only monitoring or only giving some fitness band or only giving some diet advice. No, we provide holistic care. So we are a value-based care model where we identify what is the disease condition. We set the goal according to the disease condition in consultation with the treating doctor, and then we provide monitoring at the same time, diet plan, counseling on adhering to that diet, exercise plan by a trained cardiotherapist, and we try to change the behavior of the person by working with him continuously through teleconsults, right? So here we are wanting to bring about a behavioral change so that person changes his lifestyle so that in the long run, he will not have morbidity, he will not have ailments where he gets admitted. If you are improving his health and if there are no readmission, automatically payers are benefited. Automatically, the loss ratio for payers go down, and these models will definitely give bang for their buck for the payers. Till now, is everything is clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can continue.
Yeah. Now, why do we need AI ML in India, right? And why only it is very important for healthcare as an ecosystem? Because AI will help healthcare uh, for decision making, solving complex problems, for increasing accuracy, for diagnosis, giving right treatment. AI can have a high level of computation. Through deep learning, you can create a layered approach. You can create systems. But why do we need this AI ML, machine learning, and deep learning in healthcare? So what I have learned is in healthcare, particularly in India, AI, ML, deep learning will have immense value for two things. I have identified two things in my 17 years of practice and during my M.B.B.S. and M.D. What I realized was we are sitting on top of abundance data. We are 140 crore people. There are lots of acute and chronic ailments. Chronic ailments are rising at an alarming rate, particularly in cardiology, respiratory, because of various reasons. Cardiology because of stress, lifestyle; respiratory because of pollution; onco because of bad, you know, diet. So currently we are sitting on top of abundance data. Now this data is not structured because we have abundance data, and if we structure it well, clean it well, it can be used really well for deep learning and machine learning by the new age, techies and new age, healthcare professional. On top of that, because we have abundance of data, from various sources, whether it is through monitoring devices, through EMRs, HIS, through clinical studies, through patient application. But it is not easy to create algorithms through this data. Development of complex algorithms in healthcare to improve patient care is not easy. With this data, if you apply, uh, you know, expertise through healthcare professionals, through techies, engineers, and people across the ecosystem, if they work cohesively, I think this data can be used to create very good AI ML, deep learning models, and can actually improve healthcare in leaps and bounds. I've given some use cases here. So we currently have a use case of cognitive tech building where to unwind huge, manual medical records, tech helps. We are using this. So we get a lot of data from discharge summaries, from patients, prescription reports. We have created an ecosystem where the data is clean, and OCR is applied, and then this data is actually helping to create personalized patient journey because each patient is different, their needs and goals are different. Then we also have medical imaging diagnostic, which are using it really well. Earlier, the MRI scan, CT scan used to take hours. Now they are happening in 10, 15 days because AI is assisting the doctors in doing all the prerequisite. You also have early prediction, of disease or deterioration done through AI/ML because we have, a comprehensive ecosystem where we provide devices to the patient which identify deterioration early, which identify weight gain early. Uh, we have created an internal algorithm where any weight gain early, raises an alarm to us. With that alarm, we are able to process the signals and we are able to ensure that we speak to the patient through triage and also speak to the doctor so that, doctor is informed. And I think Apple is doing that, AliveCore is doing that. So early prediction is something that reduces the readmission, reduces the mortality. Then you also have AI in medical assistance. This is very important. So we are also using this. So as I told you, there's a lot of burning for doctors, healthcare professional. In fact, nursing staff is also less in our country. Imagine we provide all this virtual care, at the comfort of the home of the patient, uh, at the same quality. How beautiful that could be. So today we are post-discharge, we are able to provide virtual care through clinical nutritionists, through cardiotherapist, through cardiac nurse, virtually through a teleconsult, right? That's also avoiding a lot of burnout, making resources available, maintaining the continuity of care. So all of these use cases are possible. They are happening today. A lot of work is going in this direction. This is some basics about how we do, how we use AI/ML in our ecosystem for remote cardiac rehab. As I already told you that we are doing every bit. We are collecting the data through devices which we give to the patient. We are sending nudges, reminders through patient application and WhatsApp. We're also sharing content as per the needs and goals of the patient, as per the keywords that he searches. We're also trying to map his journey by doing teleconsults or diet exercise. We collect a lot of information, during this teleconsult. We apply a lot of AI/ML through transcripts of these teleconsults and try and have personalized journey. What we're trying to do is we're trying to improve the quality of life, improve functional capacity, and keep the vitals for that patient normal so that in the long run, he is healthy. At the same time, chances of readmissions are almost nil. So these are the things that we are trying to do with the ecosystem. Everything's clear till now?
Yes, yes.
Or do you have any question? Because now I am going to the most interesting part. I'll be talking about what are the current problems those need AI-based, tech-based solutions, because these are large problems, right? And if these are solved, these are very good scalable business models. Shall I proceed?
Yes, yes. We
Yeah,
we will take Q&A after this presentation.
no problem. So as we have already seen all the established business model and the models that are those are getting established uh, in the earlier slides. But these are some problems that I have seen myself are still not addressed. So today, in my 17 years, I've met you know hundreds of cardiologists, pulmonologists, psychiatrists. Because I worked in all this therapy area, orthopedician. Even the top doctors today, they're using some EMR solutions, vaccine and weaning. They're using some aggregator platform, vaccine and weaning. Sometimes they use, then they change and all of that, right? Because they're worried about data security. Is it really helping me in terms of revenue? But something that actually they're looking at, is this. So what they want is, so for them, money is the byproduct. What they want is they want a platform where they are able to maintain their patient data, and they are able to use this platform only to connect with their patient. So, for example, there's a cardiologist practicing in, say, Ferguson Road, Pune. Now he has built practice over a period of 5, 6, 8, 10 years. He has his number of patients, right? He is very good at diagnosing and treatment, right? He trusts his management, but he wants to get connected with his patient regularly. So he wants to have an app where he can share education content with the patient about their disease. He can share small 1-2 minute videos, like you have TikTok videos with your patients. Uh, as for the season, for example, uh, in summer he wants to say share importance of electrolytes and how simple lemon juice can help you. Yesterday I did a blog on WebMD about how lemon water helps in electrolyte balance, right? Or he just wants to share importance of yoga on a yoga day to his patients, or he wants to share that dengue epidemic will rise during monsoon. So what are the precautionary steps that you must take? So today, even if he wants to do that, he wants to share content to thousands and thousands of patients and communities, but he's not able to do, right? Because he doesn't want to do it social media. he wants to keep it personalized to his patient, right? So today, any company that creates a platform or a patient application which can be white labeled, right? The logo and the doctor details and the photo, uh, can be personalized and can be used by multiple doctors by just putting their clinic logo and photo. And if you create a medium through which they are able to share personalized blogs, content, videos to their patient, they will value this a lot because what they believe is that money is the byproduct. Uh, I have to create image first. I have to add value to my patients first, and automatically by word of mouth, I'll get more patients. Yes, aggregator platforms like Practo help in the budding situation when doctors are actually building their practice. But in the long run, something like this definitely helps the doctor and gives them a lot of satisfaction. And then on top of that, you can always have queue management, appointments through the same application, which will give additional value. But today, the platforms that I see are only appointment and queue management. There is nothing that is adding value to the patient. There is nothing that doctor can share with the patient. There is nothing that doctor learned at a conference or learns from his real world practice that this epidemic might rise or this particular tip will help the patient, and then he's able to share it in quick time. That's not there. He's not able to share it in quick time. Second problem that I have seen in the hospital is very bad discharge planning. So this I have seen more now because I've been working with lots of corporate hospitals for last 4 years on looking at the project where everybody is waiting for discharge. Patient is waiting for discharge, but doctor is busy in the angioplasty. Staff is waiting for discharge because staff is not connected. The board staff is not connected with pharmacy, not connected with diagnostics through any single point digital medium, and they are waiting for the physical papers or they're waiting for the physical go ahead, from the different departments. Sometimes they're waiting for insurance. This is particularly for TPAs and cashless patient. They're waiting for go ahead because it is not integrated. So if there is an HIS or EMR which is end-to-end integrated, which looks after all the internal stakeholders, which is integrated to pharmacy, diagnostic. Again, it is integrated to an insurance player, right? Panel insurance player. And doctor on his tab can see the file as an e-file. And even if he's in a surgery or he's not available there, he sees everything. He sees the discharge plan. He sees, the TPA process has been done. He sees that diagnostic pharmacy, everybody is given clearance. And he just gives go ahead for the discharge. That will save a lot of flight from the patient who are waiting for hours. And I've seen so many of that, so much of that happening myself in the hospital when I am, busy, integrating my ecosystem in the hospital, right? So discharge planning is something where end-to-end digital ecosystem is created for the hospital. And if you show the hospital in real world that your discharge, hassles and all this plight of the patient, I can solve it. I say, for example, your value proposition can be every patient on a discharge day in 20 minutes will be out of the hospital, right? Or in 15 minutes, like, Practo used to say earlier that we'll get you a doctor of your choice in 15 minutes around your location, right? So if you give a value proposition that we'll create a platform where your patient who's getting discharged will be discharged in 15 minutes with all the documentations. Everything will happen parallelly and you will have an e-summary. So that can be also a very good business problem to solve with the technology. Now coming to pharma. So I talked about doctors and hospitals. Now coming to pharma. In pharma, I think the most important thing that I figured out is there are so many social network platforms, right? But they are not very effective because normally doctors do not have time to come on this platform for seeing content. They do not have time to come on these platforms on some webinars. And then only internal people or few doctors attend these webinars and the numbers is very low and the objective gets diluted. Even if you have a great speaker, the objective gets diluted. But what all the specialists do by default is attending conference of their national body. For example, cardiologists will definitely attend Cardiology Society of India, India Live, TCT. These are the prestigious conferences for them. A pulmonologist will definitely attend Pulmonary Society of India conference. A diabetologist will definitely attend RSSDI or some ADA meeting. So suppose you have a application for healthcare professional, right? You upload your, like the other platforms do, Doximity and all the other, that you have to apply your, you have to upload your registration number, specialty, and you get a subscription for the application. Now you aggregate all the specialist doctors, GPs, all the other healthcare professionals like nurses, cardiotherapists, and nutritionists on this one platform, and then you flash all the annual conferences, their schedule, important session, content, newsletters. Everybody will use it because all these people are currently looking for the upcoming conferences of their national body, and it's a ritual for them to attend. And I attend all the conferences, particularly in cardiology now. CSIL for last 4 years, I've been there, with a session, religiously attending it. So suppose you have one platform where you have schedules, content, newsletter of this. Everybody will ensure a presence on the platform, right? It may not be every day, but definitely say twice a month or around the conference time to see the schedule, to read the newsletters, to read the interesting posters, to download the content, post, the program. So all of that, so it can be one-stop shop. Plus, if you have a good, because the value here is you're creating something valuable and we're creating something that is going to provide ease of business for all the healthcare professionals. Then you'll have organic traffic. Once you have organic traffic, you can always have a business model around it, by monetizing it through pharma and others, right? So see, this webinar is not for solution, right? I am not here to give solution. I am here to tell you the problem. I just gave my perspective, but you can find your own solution. You can do it even better. The second one is scientific CME level PPT creator for KOL. So today, as I told you that, we cater to lakhs of doctors. There are thousands of CMEs happening. Now, all the pharma companies in medical affairs, some medical affairs professional is making some manual PPTs, right? Sometimes they outsource, but whoever they outsource, that guy is also making manual PPTs, right? And if we pay a good amount of money, pay in thousands for a single PPT, for scientific PPTs, right? I use Google network. I use Google LML. Then I use LLM. Then I use Perplexity. I have a paid Perplexity subscription. One of my colleague here has ChatGPT paid subscription, right? Then we have Gamma AI. Uh, Whatever you try, right? Even if I put two amazing research paper, latest papers, and I tell Google Notebook LLM that give me content for 8 slides with references, or I tell Perplexity give me slide. So they give references, they give slide, but it is not scientific CME level, right? It is not with the diagram. There is no multiple referencing for statement. All of that doesn't happen. So again, it takes a lot of manual time. So if there is any, AI tool which aggregates data uh, and uses the two research papers, those are uploaded, ensures that with the right prompt, if the prompt is about objective and results, you are able to procure that data, put a reference around it, maybe create some images or some, bar diagrams or some charts, and create a scientific level PPT of, 11 to 12 slides. That will be in huge demand. Such kind of platform will be in huge demand. We can always we can always pitch it to pharma companies and they will use it for their internal medical affairs marketing team. You can have a subscription based model because today they pay lakhs to some different vendors to create manual PPTs. You can have annual subscription model versus say 500 PPTs, 200 PPTs, whatever it is. Right? Again, I'm not solutionizing it. If there is somebody who can create such engine which can with the prompt can actually create a scientific level PPT with data points. I think that is something that is very, very handy or lead breaking, I would say. Third is, I think we have thousands of field force, feet on the street for pharma. Today, pharma is very robust in terms of hiring right candidate with right attitude. Pharma is very robust in terms of training them with, basic disease, basic therapy area. Pharma is very robust in training them with product, visual and detailing. Pharma has learned that over a period of 50 years. And we are the most successful country in terms of robust pharma, ecosystem. So we know all of that. But one thing that we don't know today is that ME is medical representative, that medical executive, MR, when he's trained well, he's got good attitude, he's dressed well. When he goes to the doctor, he's still standing in the queue, along with 50, 60 other MEs, right? Is there any platform that can be created through technology where every time when he's speaking to the doctor, he's showing something which is interesting to the doctor in any form? It can be a video, it can be, I don't know, but as per his therapy area, as per his product, can we create a touch point that will give him respect in the doctor clinic when he's captive? Because he's meeting the doctor once a week. He gets that 1.5, 2 minutes, with the doctor, right? So is there anything that when doctor sees and, his eyes are lit, wow, this is important, this is good, the medium is good, you're presenting it well, this is important to me. So there is a lot of scope there. Any doctor level touch point which are created through technology. Fourth is, I think, training of medical representatives on different therapy areas. So training is very robust in pharma, no doubt. We have our own website for each therapy area. We have uploaded the content. There is an online evaluation. All of that is done, right? But still, I would say that still it is not reached at the level of the most simplified content, the most gamified content, the most interesting content, right? So you can always tell a medical representative that heart has 4 chambers, upper two are called atria, lower are called ventricle, and heart is a pumping organ. It pumps the blood. One time it pumps the blood, it pumps 70 ml of stroke volume. If you have heart rate of 70 into 75 liter is your cardiac output. All that is simplified, right? But it's not gamified. It's not something that makes him, take a lot of interest, right? Today interest is generated by trainers like us, right? Or manual intervention. But tomorrow you have a content which is animated, interesting, simplified, funny, or gamified, right? I think he'll be very happy sitting outside the doctor's chamber and revising it by playing some game with the content, by seeing some animated video, and he's revising. This kind of content, if it is quality, will be picked by. See, everywhere the most important thing is how are you simplifying things? How are you making it more interesting? How is it adding value to my the person in the field, right? So there's also a lot of scope there, even if it is robust. Finally, coming to payer, I think payer मतलब insurance company. Insurance company का एक ही game है. They want to prevent the loss ratio. That means they want to prevent readmission. The more the readmission, the more will be lost for them, right? Because they are paying for the readmission, right? So insurance companies are only looking at any application, any AI-driven, any technology-driven platform, which will work like a peer support. I'll explain you I'll quickly explain you what is peer support. This is the last slide. If you see all the US, Europe guidance, they say that when patient is discharged, or patient goes home, or he's tied to a peer support specialist. That peer support specialist will help the patient with data, any content, any professional support that they needed. So peer support is basically you tie the patient to somebody who's helping you, with your disease, your education about the disease, any information that you need. But in US, the peer support is a individual, right? A teleconsult nurse, or same way can we create a technology driven application or a chatbot which will work like a peer support, which will help the patient to adhere to medication, diet, exercise. That will definitely change the behavior and help the insurance company in reducing the loss ratio. We are trying to do this. So we have a program called 𝗍𝗏𝐿ife where we are working with 3 to 4 big insurance companies where we are extending our program, along with collaboration with their insurance, and for all their patient post discharge, we are being the peer support and we are trying to help the patient to change the behavior and to improve the health, right? But in this sector, sky is the limit, right? So there are so many therapy areas, there are so many indications. Any technology platform that helps the patient improve their lifestyle, uh, identify their symptoms, improve their adherence on the medication if they're taking any, and changes the behavior, will definitely picked up by payers, because any behavioral change caused to the patient will definitely reduce readmission and give them a lot of benefit in terms of reducing the loss ratio. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. So we have some questions.
Yeah.
So Kritika want to ask, like, from a partnership or build versus buy perspective, which of these models is pharma most actively investing in today?
Yeah. So see, pharma is investing in a lot of models, right? But the models that I told you, right? So
Mhm,
pharma is investing in EMR solutions, right? Many
mhm.
EMR solutions come to pharma company and say that you give it to your doctors as a subscription. In barter deal, we
Yeah.
will run some product ads, right? So pharma is using
Yes.
EMR solution today. Pharma is using professional network platform, that we launch a product on our professional network platform, right? So pharma is
Mhm.
using that. Pharma is using, patient support program, right?
Yeah.
Uh, there are a lot of patient support program for diabetes, right? Diabetes,
Yes.
hypertension. So they
Yes.
are using that. But what I'm saying is, whatever they are using today, I would say that it's not organically getting any momentum. I am telling you. So that's why.
Okay.
So somebody has built the product and gone to pharma,
Mhm.
and then because that person has got a lot of, I would say, perseverance, and that person has a lot of faith in the product, and he's repeatedly going. So pharma will definitely try, do some pilot, and chalo, let's try it with you, right? But pharma is not getting results to scale it up. That's why in my later slide, I said that if you try and find solution to this real problem, you will have a scalable
Yes.
model.
Yeah. So need
I
to
hope I've
find
answered the question.
re yeah, yeah. Yeah, sir. Virat sir. Yeah, continue.
And I'm telling you, I didn't know. So I was just having a discussion with our CEO in the morning. He was also excited. I told him that I'm going for a webinar like this. So I normally discuss my ideas with him also. He was also saying that if the techies are attending, if the entrepreneurs are attending, tell them that create a platform around these problems. And once you create a platform and go to pharma, they will pick it up because you're talking their mind. They would immediately pick this up saying that, "Arey yaar, ye to hamara problem hai na?" And it should
Mhm.
not be something which is an idea or some wrapper you're creating on top of ChatGPT or Claude. No, no, no. You have to create your own original plan. Hello.
Yeah.
Original product.
Yeah, Dr. Chetan, I was just about to ask you the same, that we have seen a lot of startups building into different technologies in specifically um, these domains, but it's pretty difficult to get into pharma or to adopt or partner with these technologies, right? From which from a outsider's point of view, I mean, the technologies which are not built in house. So do you see that things changing and pharmas pharma companies are more than happy to kind of partner with these startups now, uh, if they have a solution to the problem that they are facing.
Correct. But the problem has to be the real world problem. Correct. If the problem is, see, that's what I'm saying. If your customer is pharma, what is the problem that pharma is facing? Build a solution around that. If you have already created a solution and you go to pharma, then they will do pilot, but it will not scale. This is what has happened. I have worked for many health tech companies, so I know, right? For example, today, any pharma company, if they spend a crore in creating CME PPTs, because we have 8,000 people, there are 800 CMEs happening. Internal people can create only 200, 300 PPTs, rest will be outsourced, right? So, spending cost. If I am spending 100 rupees for a regular need, and if a technology platform is built and I am getting a subscription, annual subscription for 50 rupees, I'll definitely take it. Every pharma company will take it. You understand? Or even if it is 80 rupees, I'll take it. Even if it is 90, I will take it. Hello. What I'm saying is, because I have a burning need, and if you've created a solution, I'll definitely take it. You're solving my real world problem, right? Similarly, if you create a, as I told you, if you create a platform or a tool which creates, say, clinical positioning, some interesting videos, for medical representative to show it to the doctor, when he's meeting. And if the content is really good, right? Because what I've seen is we have created 400 videos, right? I myself have created 400 videos with the help from cardiologists across the country, with the tie-up from ACs and all of that. And they were liked and they were used by the doctors and their team because they were good. If they were not good, definitely I'll be crying and saying that, I could not make it, right? So what I'm saying is, if it is good, if it's garnering eyeballs, you will get the time with the doctor. If it is not good, you may not get time. It will be just an idea and poor execution, right? So pharma will definitely pick it if the product that you have created is solving their problem, it is improving their cost and efficiency, and it is a quality product. They will definitely take it because see, pharma. So I will tell you, among the payers, pharma and providers, pharma is the most robust, right? We are the best ecosystem for generic medications, right? Uh, the top 20 pharma companies today are very scientific, very ethical, right? The ecosystem is so robust that we cater to every last mile doctor across the country with 8,000 people, in the team, right? So our main strength is our people on the street who are meeting the doctor. We will do everything to help them to improve that relationship with their doctors because the entire pharma business is built on relationship based CRM, right? Relationship based business. And the relationship will only improve if you utilize time with the doctor well, if you make him more engaged with content, with the inputs that you give, or any scientific PPT or CME that you do, right? If all of that happens, definitely pharma will want to pay.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
In fact, the professional network platform that I told you, Viras, that there are so many, right? But if you see, now everybody has created social media professional network platforms, right? People put content, there are 10, 15 likes, there are webinars, there are very few people, right? I'm saying that, but there is still no platform where every specialty will come to see their national conference, right? It's difficult. But once this is built, you will have organic traffic. You understand? One will have organic. So I am. So today is CSI happening in Nashik, right? I did not go because I was busy. But CSI India national level, I always go. India Live national level, I always go. I'm there for all the 2 days. TCT, I always go. Crisp, I always go, right? So why I go? I look forward for these events because we have maximum captive audience there, right? Because every cardiologist come. So like all the pulmonologists go for their national conferences, all the psychiatrists go for their national conferences. I'm saying that just create a platform where these national conferences are covered and you don't have to do anything. automatically the traffic will come. Once you have traffic on your platform, you're giving them very important information of schedules, scientific sessions, post sessions content, all newsletter of what happened, what is the late breaking trend. If you're giving everything in one place, why would people go to other places? Like for example, today, why do we go to Medscape? Right? We go to Medscape because it gives you the most authentic content with amazing clinical references written by doctors and medical writers, and over a period of time the credibility is developed. So anytime you want to read anything, any newsletter of any therapy area, any domain, you go to Medscape, right? So what I'm saying is the platform will have organic traffic once it is adding value to the end user. If it is adding value to the end user, you don't have to do push. You creating a pull automatically by putting schedules, putting content, putting newsletters about the event that they want to attend. So automatically it will scale. But today it is not there. So just gave those examples which I felt that if you come up with idea around that, why would they not pick it? They would jump on it. But if you go with something that is not their priority, if you go with something which is not their priority, if you go with something that they feel, अरे यार ये तो मुझे टेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, ये मेरा आज का real world problem नहीं है, then it will not scale into a business. Then you are just trying to execute your idea and taking time to sort of build something. Yeah.
Yeah, looks that's perfect. It's really good. Ganesh, do we have any more questions?
No, we don't have any question on this. So
Okay, so
yeah, can we conclude?
yeah, Dr. Chetan, what we can do is if there are some questions that are coming up or on maybe our email or something, we'll send it across over your email, and then maybe you can answer those and send it back. That is how we do it as well.
Perfect, Viras. Thank you. I hope I added some value to all of you all. Happy that you attended the program. Please try and think innovatively. There is a lot to be done in healthcare in India. And I think all the best.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Chetan. It
you
was
so much.
pleasure hosting you, and I'm sure that everybody is a bit more enlightened about the real world challenges, and people will really focus on those solving in a much better way. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Catch up
Viras.
soon.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.